join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. On the Denver sideline, you can look at their head coach. His guys put together a solid opening month, 3 wins against just 1 defeat. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go through the rain here in South Philly. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike. I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give it to Buckley. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. As we gain a 16, this offense is humming. A first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the jet sweep, here comes Smith. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position to play.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's third and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
And he'll get forward for a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Hurts going to hold on to this one. He's going nowhere. Loses yardage on that play.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. It always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
Now we'll get a pause here, an injured player, and it's A.J. Brown who was hurt on that last play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
On third down, it's Hurts. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work to keep those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their second possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, Offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat them.
On the zone read, this is Mix.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
The catch made there by Sutton. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. As we are ready to get back underway. A run with Dobbins. And he will score! J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Jackson now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards. It's a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Offside, defense. Still 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Barkley. We'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for pickup of 3. The linebacker Jonathan Cooper on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run here with Barkley, and he's going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 2.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And he can't hang on through the contact. contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And 10.
Hurts to throw. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
The 5-yard line.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Forced out left. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Eagles take over first.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. John Franklin Myers in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down. Hurts now. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here of being able to put that one through.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Unbalanced look to the left here on first down. On the bootleg, it's Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up second and 3.
Here comes the jet sweep. will be a little short of that first down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle.
Third and a yard.
He's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Here's Dobbins. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now screen set up for Barkley. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. To throw, Hurts. That is incomplete. Taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. Here's Braden Mann now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
At their own 28-yard line.
Hicks, now to throw here on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, Nix. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules.
Pressure gets there. Down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Third and long for Hurts. To the outside, he's got Smith. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down. To return, it's Mittens. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
At their own 27-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. will signal timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
A game of 4. It's now
On second down, it's Nix. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Back to throw is Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg
Pretty
Olson.
interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now third down.
Nix from the gun on third down. He finds Mims. It's complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Denver first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Now it's Dobbins. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.K. Harvey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Broncos.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time, comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. Now, this looks like a design run. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Traditionally in first and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
There he goes again.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
You can win so fast as an edge rusher. You put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
Is good.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Jackson now to return it. Crazy. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And a muscle down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10.
Yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
He'll come up to third and 3. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. He was able to get it by plenty, too. A gain of 8 on that third and 3.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. As he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Look at him go! And he's in! Touchdown, Broncos. What a big play for the special teams unit, Greg. They get the block and the score. A big swing that starts with getting to the kicker.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. And anytime you draw up a successful punt block rush, it starts with identifying the breakdown of the protection unit. In this case, they found that weak link. They were able to exploit it. It leads not only to the block, but to the touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Ooh. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow them down. Nothing they've done has worked so far.
Intended for
Second and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
This is to Goddard on the screen. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Devontae.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Fair catch. Taken. And they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 9. Play action now. It's Nix. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
brings up 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin.
A 7-yard gain.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Denver.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. He'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. And in motion is Ingram. Throwing. Nix. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
Gain on the play. And the Broncos 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is caught by the tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now after the touchdown, to send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Hurts now. Oh, a loose football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They are looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on, as they're going to start this drive 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here comes 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and...
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6. But in this case, you come away with 0.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 5-yard line.
Backed up to his own goal line. Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds. Up at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A run with Barkley. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 3.
Hurts
Brings up 3rd and
They'll try to get there on the ground.
Jalen Hurts scrambles from the pocket.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at
Forward quickly, and this is Brown with it. Oh, great job anticipating the play. Running it down for no gain. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts. going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And he will score! Game on! Jahan Dotson, touchdown Philadelphia. That is second TD catch of the season. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And he cannot get in. The drive for two comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. To throw is Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Man in motion, heading right. A run with Dobbins. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. They net him, brought him down the backfield on third and short.
A loss of 2 yards.
Third and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
To return is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw is Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second
It's
and
a gain of
5.
5. Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for an Eagles first down.
Good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. It's second and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's made there. That's Smith. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So the Eagles use their first time out here. Talk things over before third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That's caught. It's Will Shipley. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
It's now fourth down.
They go, and here's a hot pass to the receiver coming through. And he's going to have the Eagles first down It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
And an Eagles first down.
Bixby. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll be 3rd down. Now Hurts. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to beat the Giants. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, everyone's going to focus on the play downfield. This touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and when great awareness meets great scheme, all you need is great execution.
For the 2-point conversion.
They're trying to pick this up with a run. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Bo Nix now, and the Broncos down on the scoreboard. A little over 50 seconds to go. They need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down.
Intended for Adam Troutman. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Nix. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10.
First down.
He connects with Mims.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
And inches at the Eagles' 41.
Got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down.
And the Broncos.
Here's Nix to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Here's Dobbins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to win the game. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. The comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.